Thank you. Well, Chairman, obviously that July 1st deadline for resolving the student loan issue is fast approaching. Do you think that Congress will be able to reach a deal?
Well, that's a great question. From my perspective, we in the House have already taken action. We've actually passed legislation that would keep those subsidized loan interest rates at 3.4%. We understand very well that that wasn't well received by our friends in the Senate or the White House. So the Speaker and the Majority Leader in the Senate came forward with a proposal for different offsets. This is one of those things where sort of everybody thinks it's a good idea for these rates not to double, not to jump up to 6.8%. The debate is over how you pay for it. I think that we're now in the position of needing the Senate to actually do something so that we can have a real negotiation.
How important, Mr. Chairman, is it that House and Senate meet the June 30th deadline, or at least in current law expires? What happens if this is not extended in the next several days?
Well, the rates would go up by law, put into place, I might add, by the Speaker Pelosi Congress. By law, they jump up to 6.8%. But if you put it in terms of perspective to dollars for students, it's not a very big hit, frankly, right up front. It comes out to something like $7 a month. So I think we have time to get this right, but there's really no reason to drag this out. That's where the frustration is. We've already passed legislation in the House. We've offered other alternatives. We're ready to take action. And we're just not getting much real cooperation, frankly, out of either the Senate or the President for a real solution.
Let me follow up on that point. You have a lot of experience in Washington, both as a member of Congress. You're chairman of a committee that John Boehner chaired before he became Speaker, the Education and Workforce Committee. Before you came to Congress, you were, as a Marine, you worked in the White House. You dealt with President Jimmy Carter, with President Reagan. You know your way around. Why is this bill taking so long to get resolved? Shouldn't this have been easy to do?
Well, this is a presidential election year. I'm sure that wasn't lost on anybody in this room or anybody watching this program. And I think that always complicates issues. As you know, the United States House of Representatives and the Senate are fairly closely divided. And so the positions now are being staked out, are being taken by Governor Romney and by President Obama and those of us in the House and Senate. But it ought not to be, and that's what's frustrating, it ought not to be this difficult. As you point out, in years past, different Republicans and Democrats in the White House and different majorities were able to get things done. This ought to be manageable. And again, it's frustrating for us in the House to have actually passed legislation to fix this and to have offered some alternatives in how to pay for it that have already been proposed by the President. So I don't know how much more detailed I can get in that answer. I think the answer is sitting there. We just need the Senate to pick it up.
Mr. Chairman, are Republicans in danger, though, of taking the political hit on this? Because President Obama has been trying to link himself to the student loan issue. He's been talking about it on the campaign trail. Could your party be the ones to take the political fall if this doesn't go through?
Well, I suppose my party could. His party could. He could personally. This is a fair debate. I would continue to make the point that House Republicans have recognized that even though the Democrats put this automatic hike into place, put it into law, we are not only prepared but have taken action to keep the interest rate at 3.4%. We've already passed such legislation. And we could have just dug in, put a line in the sand and said, well, we passed it, good luck to you. No, we didn't do that. We came forward with alternative proposals in a formal letter from the Speaker and the Majority Leader to the President, said, here are a couple more options, which you have already suggested. And so I'm perfectly happy to have that debate. There's another piece of this, if I could, on the whole student loan issue, which I find to be very annoying. All of this is a one-year fix. The President has made no proposal for what he wants to do next year. Because if we keep it at 3.4% for the subsidized Stafford student loans for the next academic year, it's only 1 year. We've had no proposal from the department or from the White House on what to do the next year. I believe, and we have been in the committee and committee staff working on a longer-term solution. These interest rates used to be set by the market with a variable rate. That was done away with when we put this 6.8 decrease into 3.4 and then automatically going back to 6.8. But if we still had that variable rate, those student loan interest rates would be about 2.5%. So we need a long-term solution. We can't be in this business of Congress and the White House every year trying to decide what the right interest rate is. It just doesn't make any sense.
You know, some folks have said actually that variable interest rate makes things a little bit more unpredictable for students. Do you think that's a fair argument against it?
Well, this is pretty unpredictable for students. And what you have right now is a political decision. You have members of Congress and the White House, politicians if you will, trying to decide what the right interest rate is. We should let the market do that.